All right, guys. Our first chapter's guest is Nathan Nwachukwu. He's the co-founder of Terra Industries, building the Apex, boom, boom, building the Apex African Defense Company, building the Apex African Defense Company that is currently managing over $11 billion in assets. Today, we're speaking to him about his journey, how he thinks, and what it takes to lead at the level he's at. Hi, Nathan.
Hi, Priscilla.
Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to have you. So happy to be talking to you. Would you
Yeah.
like to tell us about yourself?
Yeah, definitely. It's really nice to be here. I am Nathan Nwachukwu. I'm a 22-year-old software engineer. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Terra Industries. Um, Essentially, we are trying to build Africa's first defense prime. So we build surveillance drones and other systems to protect Africa's critical infrastructure and resources.
Okay, beautiful. Thank you so much. Aside from that, how else would you introduce yourself? What else is something interesting about you that most people don't know?
I'm a huge physics nerd.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like books,
Yeah.
videos.
Books. I was very much involved in the physics Olympiads.
Oh, wow.
I actually wanted to be a professor of physics. So
Oh, wow. Thank God you didn't do that.
yeah.
No offense. Physics people, please.
Beyond that, I'm also an adrenaline junkie. So I love outdoor activities like
Okay.
bungee jumping, mountain climbing,
Okay. So you
scuba diving.
How was bungee jumping? You've done that before?
Yeah, in Cape Town. It
How did
was
that go?
amazing.
Would you do it again?
Definitely.
Oh my God. Just don't do it too many times. We need to listen for a few years.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's something that means a lot to you aside from your work that's important?
I mean, obviously, my family.
Yeah.
Um, uh, yeah, I mean, I grew up with my mom in Nigeria. My mom is a professor of molecular pathology.
Wow.
My sister is currently in the US studying rocket engineering. So like
What? What kind of family dynamic is that? So what do you guys talk about at family dinners?
Funny enough, is nothing
Nothing related
like
to your
nothing
work.
related to science or like
Yeah.
we said the most like random things. But yeah, we're a very tight knit family and all that. So I think beyond that, my family means a lot to me, and yeah,
Beautiful.
pretty much
Thank
that.
you. Thank you for sharing that. So looking back, what moments or struggles early on in your journey with also the name Terra, sorry, let's even
Yeah.
put a pin in that. The name Terra Haptics, why, where, how, what?
So there's a bit of history to that name.
Yeah.
First off, I'm half blind.
Okay.
I lost my eye when I was 15.
Wow.
My right eye. It was an accident that happened to me. My 15th birthday, I was in boarding school, fooling around with my friends on my 15th birthday, and someone threw like a sand out towards my face. I used a bucket to shield it, and I lost my eye.
I'm so sorry.
That incident put me in a 4-month coma, and it changed.
At 15.
At 15, yeah, it changed my entire perspective about life. The reason I'm telling you this is that when we first started Terra, it wasn't actually meant to be like a defense company. We were building Terra to actually just be a robotics company to build affordable bionics for disabled people. So that was the original idea. So the name Terra basically natural, and haptics, sense of touch, to give disabled people back the natural sense of touch. So that was what the name was meant to be. But after like the first 1 month, we actually pivoted away from that idea because we felt the market wasn't ready yet. It's a net positive like idea. It's an idea that society needs,
Yeah.
but it's not something you can actually do as a for-profit business.
Yet.
It's something that you do when you have the profit to burn. As a non-profit. So it's something that I'll surely go back to in my later life. But I tried to look at, sometime last year, I and my co-founder, Maxwell Maduka, my very close friend.
How did you meet?
Funny enough, we met on Twitter.
No way.
Yeah, it was literally a random DM on Twitter. And over time, we built a very strong friendship. Back then, I was doing something else, he was doing something else. But sometime in late 2023, we reconnected because we felt like there was a lot we could offer. Um, I was always very, very passionate about like robotics and technology, but also about geopolitics. Maxwell, his last startup was building micro inspection drones,
Okay.
and before that, he was the lead, one of the lead drone engineers at the Nigerian Navy. So, like, there was a lot of, domain expertise already.
Wow.
And we came together and really started to think about what can we do with robotics. We first started with the disabled idea, but it didn't work out. Then we really started to think about where Africa is today. Africa today is at a historical crossroads. It's clear that this continent is going to be the next industrial engine.
Yes.
Right now, we're in an era of rapid industrialization.
Yes.
New mines, new factories, new power plants are launching almost
Yeah.
every month. At the same time, this is the only continent with a young, fast-growing demographic. But we haven't solved what I think is the biggest Achilles heel, and that is insecurity and terrorism. Africa can never industrialize until it solves these issues. And it seems everyone is either too scared
We're throwing bags
to
of,
solve
bags
it.
of rice and problems.
Everyone is either too scared to solve this issue or don't know how to tackle this issue. And it was something that we realized that the only way Africa can curb insecurity and terrorism to allow industry to thrive is by giving the continent a technological edge against terrorism. And that was what we decided to pivot Terra towards. So yeah, that's basically what Terra is today. We're a defense company building surveillance technology that allows the continent to protect itself and protect its resources and its infrastructure like mines, power plants, refineries, and so on.
So you realize that Terra Haptics is creating a technological boom that has not, I don't think has ever been seen before. I mean, at the rate of growth that you're experiencing, how does it feel to manage all of that? Not just the tech, but the people.
Yeah, I mean, it's very exciting. The company now has just been operating for 1 year. Within that short span, we now protect $11 billion worth of infrastructure assets. This includes 4 power plants, several lithium and gold mines.
Do you wake up sometimes
so
like $11 billion? Like, does it ever stress you out?
To be honest, no. I think I've never really gotten too excited about like what we're doing today because I understand what has to happen. For me, this is more than just a company. This is a mission. This is a movement that we're trying to spark, where the youths have to wake up and realize that, if we don't save this continent, no one is going to save it for us. We're on our own, and if Africa collapses from insecurity, it's going to be us and our children and our children's children that will suffer the consequences. Like, this is literally a struggle, an epic struggle for the soul of the continent. And this is the way we see the company. So yeah, it's for me, it has always been about the bigger picture here. Like, what are we truly trying to achieve?
I see.
Yeah.
How bad really is the insecurity in Africa, not just Nigeria?
Right now, Africa accounts for 59% of all terrorism-related deaths in the world.
No way.
37 million people have been displaced and killed in the last 10 to 15 years alone. We are losing hundreds of billions of dollars from terrorist attacks on our critical infrastructure, on our pipelines, our refineries, our mines. It is bad. Like, it is worse than whatever you think is out there. And this is quite literally sucking the lifeblood of the continent. So it was very clear to us that, for Africa to truly industrialize, for Africa to truly, have its industrial awakening, we just have to curb, even though we can't entirely eradicate it, because I know it's a very complex issue with a lot of political and other aspects to it. But personally, I don't care about all that. I'm just trying to see how we can build the technological edge needed for the continent to at least curb it to less than 2%, so that industry can thrive. Because look, People always say the ecosystem. There's a reason why African businesses have a ceiling. You can't expect, your apps, your typical businesses to survive in a continent where the GDP per capita is abysmal, where there's basically no middle class in most African countries. Now, the reason why there's no middle class is because there's no industry. And industry cannot thrive because there's lack of security. You go back to the way civilizations are built, historically. They first start out as an agrarian society.
Yeah.
Eventually, that nation would have a large low-income youth population.
Yeah.
Naturally, they evolve into an industrial economy. This is where most of the much richer nations are now offshoring their low-cost manufacturing into those countries.
Yeah.
And then over time, let's say 20, 30 years, those factory workers get richer. They start having families. They become middle class. They don't want to work in the factories anymore. They want desk jobs. And then you naturally evolve into a service economy.
Yeah.
That is the cycle, that a lot of the great powers you see today, the US has gone through that cycle.
Yeah.
China is about to go through that cycle. The problem with Africa is most of African nations entirely skipped industrialization. We went straight from agrarian straight to service.
That's so true.
We cannot, you can't expect us to escape poverty when majority of our youths don't have jobs. The only thing that can create jobs is industry. That's the only thing that can create enough jobs. No amount of service companies are going to create the jobs and the wealth needed to build a proper middle class.
My goodness.
So essentially, I like to think about this in first principles. Now, we have already made the mistake, but can we correct it? Yes. And the only way to correct it now is by going back. How can we now reindustrialize?
Yeah.
The only way to do that is we have to first solve security, because that is what will grow FDIs, foreign direct investments. That's what will give a lot of, confidence to even local industrialists that want to build factories, that want to build plants, refineries, all sorts. If they feel like their investments are not going to be safe, no one is going to invest in any economy on the continent.
They shouldn't have to.
And they don't have to, So for us, security, I think, is the most fundamental issue holding back the continent's prosperity. And this is the way we see it playing in the bigger picture.
How did you know to pivot from what the original idea was with Terra Haptics to what it is now?
There were several factors that played, into our final decision. One of them was more commercial. In the very first few weeks, we had an 8-year-old girl that lost her entire left leg that used our, bionics. We had two men. One lost his arm. He was actually an ex-soldier. And the other was a factory worker that was involved in an accident that lost his entire arm. So, helping these people made us feel very good. But after helping, we didn't get a single payment. And we didn't mind. We didn't even chase for it. But we're like, if we truly want to do this at scale, it's either we go the non-profit way or we don't do it at all. And I felt like, okay, yeah, this is great, but really, is this what is going to change Africa? For me, I'm always still thinking the bigger picture.
The big vision.
I'm thinking the big vision here. Like, what can we do that would fundamentally change the continent, that would spark an industrial awakening, that would spark something in the continent? Because right now, Africa doesn't have hope. A lot of Africans have lost hope.
Yeah.
And we need to show that it is not the end, that there's still hope in the continent, there's still things that we can do to rewrite the wrongs. So if it was a natural progression, we looked at energy, we looked at food production, we looked at all sorts of industries, but we felt like for energy to succeed, it's the same energy it's the same energy infrastructure that we're protecting. Like, you can't have energy if people keep blowing up your pipelines and your refineries and all that. You can't have food production if your farmlands are ravaged every single week. I mean, look at what is going on in the far north, where a lot of farmers are not able to farm because of the insecurity. So at the end of the day, the common denominator cutting cross that cuts across everything is insecurity, nothing else. So it was just a natural choice to move to that.
You worked with what was right in front of you.
Yeah, what was right in front of us. And I mean, the way we see Terra Industries, for now, it is just a defense, corporation. Who knows? Probably in the far future, by the time we are able to help the continent curb insecurity by a high margin, we could now also branch off into other areas where we feel the continent also needs, like energy, like food production. How can we now also bring technology into those fields to boost the product, boost food production productivity, boost the efficiency of our energy infrastructure? And really, these are the key things that is needed if you want to build an industrial economy.
Yeah.
And for me, this is all I care about. I really care about industry because I think industry is the lifeblood of every civilization.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Okay, so at the end of all of this, I think I have something better. Give me a sec. At the end of all of this, when everything has been said and done, what is one thing you want to leave behind, and what do you think that thing should be that we hold on to as young people in Nigeria?
I think by the end of everything, I think one thing I just want Terra to leave behind, if by the end of, our lives, Africa still has the same level of insecurity, I didn't achieve anything. Even though Terra is like a 5, 10, $50 billion company.
Doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter. I'm not doing this because of the money. I see this as a divine mission. It's hard to explain sometimes, but I wake up every night by 3 and I'm like, and I see some of the news and it just burns and it burns and it burns, and I just want to help this continent. What I hope Africa, like my story and Terra's story too, triggers with the youths is just hope, and like we have nothing to lose.
So true.
Like what?
What are we going to lose?
What do we have to lose?
So true.
By tackling some of the biggest problems
so
right
true.
now.
Oh my God.
We're all young. Most of us don't have families.
Yeah.
Like we are basically, by playing it safe, by keeping quiet, by not doing anything right now, we are only making it much harder for our lives later, like down the line. There is nothing to lose. As I am right now, I have nothing to lose, and this is why I have the full confidence to tackle such a problem. So yeah, I just hope that more youths like dream bigger. We shouldn't be wasting the best, like the prime years of our youths. Especially the smartest youths out there. You shouldn't be wasting the prime years of your youths building apps, building all sort of useless things that doesn't really change the needle when it comes to the continent. We should tackle the biggest problems, like the problems that would literally
Because it's up to us.
affect everyone, because no one is coming to save us.
Nobody's going to do it.
No one.
And if we don't solve them now, they're still going to be there.
They're still going to be there.
They'll just be bigger.
Probably worse.
Yeah. That's so true.
It only gets harder year by year.
That's so true.
So I'm hoping this can inspire a few people, and also if you're building something really great that you think the continent needs, you can always reach out to we have to work as an ecosystem here. We have to work as a community. So yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Oh my goodness. We did it. Oh my goodness. Thank you. Thank you. Do you realize what's about to happen? Do you realize what is literally about to happen? Like, what is about to happen? Do you realize how, like, do you, like...
That's probably one of the best interviews I've done, to be honest.
That makes me so happy. Thank you so much.
And that is saying something because I've spoken
that's
like
what I'm saying.
CNN, BBC,
Means
but
a lot.
I've never been this comfortable. So
That means a lot. Thank you. Thank you so much for your time. I don't take it for granted at all.
no, anytime.
Building industries and all of that is not easy work.
It's not
It takes
easy
a
at
lot
all.
of time. So, what do you?
Oh, nice.
Okay. Okay, no problem.
Nice.
All right.
Ladies first.
Thank you. Thanks so much.
Basically, this is our Terra 1. We call it the Terra 1. Is our first research and development facility. It's going to be transitioning into a full-blown mass production factory. So we got this just 1 year ago, and this is where we did most of our initial research in drones and other surveillance systems, which was used to deploy to some of our current customers. So yeah, here is basically where we're going to be putting together, like once the drones have been actually been produced in the machine room, it will be assembled here in the assembly line. This is a test bed of our surveillance
How
towers.
do you transport all of these? Who carries them around?
Well,
Who
we
moves them?
have higher trucks.
The trucks carry them.
Yeah.
And nothing happens to them.
No, there's special packaging.
Okay.
Yeah,
I guess as
so
much.
all our systems are quite modular, so you're able to pieces them into much smaller components.
Put them
So
together.
it's basically like Lego.
Like I was going to say,
Exactly,
like Lego. Oh my
exactly.
God. It's like big Lego.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So yeah, this was the first version of the Archer, our flagship long-range drone. Capable of 250 kilometers range, 6.5 hours flight time. It's basically a long-range surveillance drone that is mostly used for much larger assets like pipelines and other
Things.
type of assets. Yeah, other things. While this boy is the short-range drone, it's called the Iroko. It has multispectral imaging capabilities, so it's capturing data in 4K thermal infrared. This boy just flies for 30 kilometers, 1 hour 20 minutes flight time.
Just flies for just 30 kilometers,
And
like casual.
basically, it complements the long-range drone, so it's for much smaller assets, and also it
Okay.
can be used as a first responder. So when an incident or a threat has been spotted, authorities can send out
that in
this
first.
to quickly go and
That makes
investigate.
sense.
While this is where we have this is the newer versions of our Archer model.
Why did you choose this color?
No, it can come in any color.
It's
It's
such
not
a pretty color.
it's not color specific.
This is a lovely
So yeah.
color.
So just like the last one, the entire airframe is actually produced in-house. The only thing we import today are the sensors, the motors, and the individual lithium-ion cells, but we actually produce the overall lithium-ion battery packs. So everything else, the fuselage, the airframe itself, the powertrain, and of course, even the software, all that is done in-house by Terra today.
How come you've had to produce the individual ones and you can produce the general ones? I mean, you've had to import.
For example, for the sensors and imaging systems, it's mostly because there is no semiconductor industry in Africa. So we can't start producing that in-house.
Yeah.
For the lithium-ion batteries, we would have to basically, start getting actual lithium, processing the lithium,
Okay.
before we do that.
I see.
Probably that's something we can do down the line if
Long
we're ever
term.
thinking of like backward integration.
Okay, that makes
While
sense.
for the motors, it just doesn't make sense. Motors are basically a commodity at this point in the industry, and wasting money also building motor production line doesn't make sense. It will cut into your unit economics.
Okay.
Yeah. Something is flying out there.
I was going to ask you, want to show us what's going on outside?
Not sure if it's a private test or not.
What's that?
Oh, sorry, not it's flying, it's actually. Oh, so that's our UAV production chart, where we basically just show the process is like.
Oh.
Yeah. So from airframe assembly to propulsion systems, powertrain sensors, battery placement, stage one inspection, all that. Yeah.
And all of that happens right here.
All that happens right here. So I'll take you now to the machine room.
Okay. Let's go to the machine room.
So yeah, this is the machine room. So typically, it's really fast growing. It's rather quick. Is going to be quickly expanding over the next few weeks. So these are CNC machine used for precision cutting of carbon fiber, light metals. While these are some of our industrial 3D printers, which basically print the carbon fiber airframes.
What's
Over
this?
the next few weeks, yeah, it's basically fiber material.
Okay.
So over the next few weeks, basically, like we have
A lot coming in.
a lot. That's what I'm going to say, because we are essentially transforming the boardroom we just had the interview at, and the software room. All of them are transforming into machine rooms. So we are fully automating the factories. You know, we're trying to hit a capacity of like 40,000 systems annually. So it will be at full capacity to really help, you know, boost production. Yeah. This is essentially where the ground systems are being produced, you know, like the sentry towers, which you saw outside earlier, the surveillance towers, and even the doomers. Sorry, 1 second.
Okay.
Matthew, is Paul around? Okay, sorry. Can you come and operate this?
The domas?
Yeah, the doomers.
Domas.
So
Okay, that's-
the doomer is our ground surveillance drone,
Okay.
which essentially is used to, you know, basically for ground surveillance missions around assets, you know, like mines,
Things like that.
pipelines, things like that. So it was entirely produced in-house. The only thing we actually import are the tracks. It's capable of 10 kilometers range. I can't tell you the endurance, but it can carry up to 750 kg and pull 2.5 tons.
And it looks like a pet.
Yeah, it's a cute boy.
It's such a cute baby. Like, look how.
Yeah.
You guys.
So you can actually sit on it if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Please,
Wait.
Could you
wait.
hold it off for me?
Matthew. Okay.
Could you?
So I'm gonna hold this for you.
Thank you so much. I'm going to sit down.
You may want to hold it well, by the way.
Okay.
Hold tight.
Okay.
Okay. Matthew, yeah. She's good to go.
You guys, it's moving. It's moving. I want it over. Can I take it home, please? Can I take it home for like a week
What?
so I can drive it around? Please, I beg you, please. I can drive it around Lokogoma and then I can just hit people and run. It's okay.
Okay.
I'm good. I'm fine. I'm fine, I'm alright.
She's fine.
You can pack it up in a pink box and
Yeah.
I will have it to go. If I come knocking on the doors in a couple of days, please let me in so I can ride with you. I'm serious. I'm not joking. I'm actually very serious. Thank you so much. This is mine.
I'm not sure.
It's
Oh
okay.
my god.
Thank you so much.
So yeah, you can go
That was so fun.
pack it. So yeah, the plan of the Duma is basically the Duma is a dual control, so it can either be manually controlled or it can be autonomous through our software. The plan is eventually we're going to be, you know, deploying it in fleets, and it will be
Fun.
when we achieve multi-domain autonomy, which basically means that different systems in different domains will be interacting with each other. So let's say what the drones are seeing, they will send live coordinates to the Dumas. Then the Dumas will go to investigate, then send back data to the drones. So this is what we're trying to achieve.
An actual ecosystem.
An actual exactly.
works.
An ecosystem of surveillance systems,
Oh my God.
of surveillance technology across every domain.
At one point.
Air, ground, and maritime.
And it's all-
all interacting with each other through
all
one
integrated,
software.
All integrated. Yes, all of it is integrated. How old are you? What's your...
I'm personally 22.
There's
My
no way
co-founder is 24.
so
The average age of everybody working in the company today is 24. You know, so like
24.
super young engineers.
The software...
The software, by the way, our head of software, who is just 19.
19, you guys.
Like
19.
So like when we say that this is a youth company, we mean it. Like this is youths born and bred,
Youth built.
and it's really just
Youth run.
it's just the most passionate, the most brilliant youths coming together to help defend the continent.
Beautiful. Aside from tech, how does like HR, business, admin, how does that run? All youth.
They're all still youths.
Nothing is outsourced.
Nothing is outsourced. Everything is in-house. Even our content team is run by a 23-year-old guy. So it's a youth company in every area. The only places where you see like more mature experiences is like when it comes to like our board and all that.
Yeah.
And it's
makes
pretty
sense.
exciting.
So anybody can do it, you guys. Anybody. I mean, if you're not serious, maybe you can't do it, but if you're serious, you can do it.
Yeah.
Wow.